For World Archery, so good to have him with us here on our live coverage. As you see, Kevin Burri, the hometown favorite from Switzerland. Again, he's the wild card. Each country that hosts a World Cup final is allowed to provide one archer in each of the four categories, and Kevin Burri is here in the men's compound, 23 years old, and ranked 264th in the world. In match play this year, 1 and 3. Did not compete at Shanghai or Medellin. Did compete in Antalya and Poland. Finished 33rd in Wrocław and 33rd on Konyaaltı Beach in Turkey. And he's got his hands full with the Badger, Reo Wilde. 2 decades with the U.S. national team and quite possibly the most successful and decorated archer on the World Cup circuit ever. There he is, the big guy from Pocatello, Idaho, 40 years old. Ranked 2nd in the world, #1 on the World Cup Tour. Picked up 52 points. It's the Wild Man, Reo Wilde, out of the great state of Idaho. And a look at the coaches. I know in the coaches box for Reo Wilde, it's his lovely wife, Sherry, who will be
I think you know Wilde family, famous family
yes,
in archery. Eh?
Yes, I think it's back home in the States. It is 4:56 in the morning in the Intermountain West, as we call it, in Utah and Idaho. But I've got a feeling that D. Wilde may be up watching, Logan Wilde may be up watching, a few of the other members of the Wilde family may be up early having breakfast and watching our coverage here on Archery TV.
Yeah, I remember in '97, his father, D, was the first one to win indoor and outdoor world championship the same year.
Well, the apple hasn't fallen very far from the tree, has it? Reo starts off strong.
Wow.
Tower of Power, Reo Wilde, taking on Kevin Burri of Switzerland.
Switzerland has always some good compound men archers for many years. They started to be trained by a shooting coach, and since this time, it's quite a good nation. But of course, the ranking, world ranking, is way big different between Reo here and Kevin.
Burri can tie it up with a 10. Instead, it's a 9. So he's down by 1. Kevin Burri with a tall order. A Herculean task trying to take on Reo Wilde. And Reo with 29 out of 30.
Sorry.
After the first 3 arrows. Burri needs a 10 to stay within 1.
Not perfectly still.
Ooh, he's in the red zone.
Yeah. Moving too much.
Now in American football, the red zone's a good thing. In archery, not so good.
Yeah, he hasn't found the proper posture, alignment, I don't know, but it was not totally stable. It's difficult to hit the 10 like this.
Kevin Burri putting up 26 points, falls 3 behind Reo Wilde, #1 in the World Cup rankings. And hoping to set sail here in the World Cup finals. There's Sherry, his lovely wife, who made the trip over here to Lausanne, Switzerland with him, providing all the encouragement. Wives are good at that, providing the encouragement.
I think in North America, especially USA, you are very, very good on this psychological part, very important encouragement, very good. Reo has a special form. It's not the most classical form that we recommend for all archers. We recommend more something like this, quite straight, well aligned. But when you see now Reo, you will see his body is bent back, the string pressed on the chest. Shoulders are not perfectly aligned, but he is damn strong physically and in his mind.
I love your analysis, Pascal.
Yeah.
There is a place for strength, isn't there? It plays its part.
Oh, nice group, but Yeah, you need to side.
Unfortunately for Kevin Burri, that group off to the left in the 9 ring.
10, 9.
And the strong man, Reo Wilde, muscles that one into the center circle again and bumps that lead up to 5. Final shot for Burri here in the second end.
Looks good so far. Oh, a nice group.
Wonderful group.
Oh, yeah. Shame.
You just want to move it over
but
just a little bit.
27 points, it doesn't pay back. Shame.
10.
Yeah, 3 points.
Wild man is on fire right now. Gets a little fist bump from the wife.
Reo is used to shoot perfect score in a match. Perfect score or almost. So here 3 points lost will be difficult to get back.
This season, Reo picked up 13 points in Shanghai. He actually lost to his teammate Bridger Deaton in the quarterfinals, did pick up a team gold medal in China, then went to Medellin, won the bronze medal, which meant 18 more World Cup points, lost to Peter Elzinga in the semifinals down in Colombia, went scoreless in Antalya. The Americans had a tough time in Antalya this summer at stage 3. Then in Wrocław, he bounced back, picked up 21 more World Cup points as he won the silver medal, almost got to the gold medal platform, but lost to Pierre-Julien Deloche. Had a slow start against PJ in Poland. And though Reo was able to finish up with 6 straight 10s on his 6 final shots, had to settle for the silver medal.
Sighting seems okay now.
Good look at Reo's
10, 9, 8.
form.
Another 10.
It's a bottom line business, and he puts him in the middle.
What a shooting machine, this man.
Lead stands at 6 here in the third end.
Good boy. Keep going.
Burri accepting the challenge. He knows what he's up against. As Pascal has said, a shooting machine.
10.
The 10 machine.
Hey, keep going.
Keeps churning them out. One right after another. So far, everybody in this end is perfect so far. Can Burri keep it going? Nope, just a little bit low.
But nice end, 29. Good. Oops, is well better centered. No. What to do?
Reo is relentless. 3 more 10s here in this end. Reo Wilde, who, by the way, in Poland during the elimination rounds, had perfect scores in 2 of 3 of his elimination rounds. And in that third round in the eliminations, had a 149, so only missed on 1 shot. That is how dominating Reo Wilde can be and has been so many times during the course of his vaunted and highly decorated career. And it shows on the scoreboard right here, a 7-point advantage, 89-82 after 3 ends.
A reminder for the public, it's 50-meter distance, shooting distance, and the 10 is only 8 centimeters of diameter. And you see this man is able to hit this 10 constantly.
It's about the size of a DVD disc, that center ring. And they're looking at it from 50 meters away through that peep sight. And Kevin Burri is able to find
Good, Kevin.
the line, which counts as a 10.
Good alignment.
10, 9.
Always bent back. But yes, sir.
X marks
Almost
the spot.
perfect.
X marks the spot. As cool as can be, Reo Wilde.
Good.
And Kevin Burri putting up some resistance. Trying to.
10, 9.
That's the group you want.
Maybe, we don't know. Yeah, the judge is not sure.
So the asterisk goes up besides that 9.
Here we can see how his body is leaning backward. Yeah, he finds a stability like this.
Got one more in.
Oh, no.
He says, I'll see ya and I'll raise ya. And gets a little pat on the back from the wife right there. Loose, relaxed, comfortable Reo Wilde, who has come to Lausanne hoping to improve on last year's 7th place finish of the World Cup final in Paris. Of course, he won the World Cup title, a gold medal, back in 2006 in Mexico, in Merida. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, that Sherry might have been in the coach's box that day as well. So it's a 119 to 111 lead. And this the only men's quarterfinal match without a lot of suspense and drama. The first 3 matches all decided by a single point. This one, not so close, although Kevin Burri, give him a lot of credit. 23 years old, and he's up against it against Reo Wilde, the best in the business. And as Pascal said, he is so strong. Although I think you put it a little bit better than I did. So we start off the 5th and final end, one would think. The Swiss archer, Kevin Burri.
Many arrows are low. We can see the holes, and a lot of holes are low in the gold.
10, 9, 8.
We can hear the coach counting down to inform the archer how many times he left.
Look at all those holes right there in that 10 ring.
Oh. Yeah, low again. Good shot, but low.
Picks up 10 more points.
Only 1 or 2 holes are a little high, but all are down. Shame.
Reo. One of his rare shots in the 9 ring, outside the 10. But he's got a few points to play with.
28.
All in all, not a bad performance for Kevin Burri. 2 to win.
10, 9.
I think Reo can do that with his eyes closed.
10 again.
Reo Wilde.
Can be happy. Very nice match.
Gets a kiss from the wife and a handshake from his opponent. Now can go have some lunch, relax, and get ready for the semifinals this afternoon here in Lausanne, Switzerland.
He's doing a good start in this World Cup, and he will be definitively a serious candidate to the win.
So 2 Americans will advance to the semifinals. Reo Wilde and Bridger Deaton. Reo with an overpowering 9-point win over Kevin Burri, 148 to 139.